Hey y'all, hey, you are watching and listening to Lex.Between the Lines, and I am your host, Lex. Of course I am. Before we go ahead and get into it, let's go ahead and get into these trigger warnings. We all know I try to stay in between the line, but sometimes I tend to cross them. I don't think I may cross them today, but you just never know how the conversation is gonna go. Trigger number one, there will be cussing. There will be adult language discussed. There will be adult situations discussed. There may or may not be mention of BDSM because I have a lot of questions for Miss Selena today. Um, so just take this as your trigger warning. Trigger warning. This is a trigger warning. So if you decide to continue on with us, stay tuned. Without further ado, I'm going to let my co host introduce herself. This is her second time back with us. I'm so excited. Her new book is getting ready to come out, but I'm going to let her tell you guys about it, okay?
Hi, everybody. My name is Selena Brooks. I am a one-time published author. My first book is called Southern Sizzle, and it is out now. It's been doing pretty good. Matter of fact, I was at a recent event and sold 8 copies. So that was pretty good. My next book, which we'll probably be discussing, is called Southern Scramble. I
Mhm.
anticipate it to be out this year before November 1st or on November 1st, depending on how life goes. Uh, so be looking out for that. And thank you for having me.
You are welcome. I'm just going to go ahead and dive in because even the Southern Scramble is about Reese and her football player. But before we even get into that, even though I am not a football fan, let me see your shirt. Let us see your shirt. Okay. Okay. You got on the side. We here because I'm in Louisiana and you in Mississippi. So we kind of Mississippi
Mhm.
got a football team.
Nope, just college.
Cause like I said, I'm not a big football fan. I had a cousin that used to play for the Saints and he's real old right now. So Rufus Porter. But why why we play for the Cowboys? And like I grew up on all of my family are big Saints fans. And like I say, it could be because our cousin played for the Saints and then he went to the Dolphins back in the day. But or the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, he went to those different teams. But the Cowboys, I know enough to my for my family. The Cowboys. I know some of y'all and listen, if y'all watch this and try and call for me, just know I like to go back and forth in my spare time. Cause I said what I said. Why you make him play for the Cowboys?
Okay, so boom. When I was writing the story, the character of Terrence went to the University of Southern Mississippi for school. Um, and was a standout player or whatever you have to be in order to get drafted. But in my mind, I was like, it just seemed too coincidental for him to go to the team that was most likely his hometown favorite or whatever have you. I don't know why I picked the Cowboys because I can't stand the Cowboys.
And look, this gonna give away about when we, cause I batch record and I be telling people I want to let you follow along on my influencer and podcast journey. So sometimes I pre and batch record a lot of these episodes. So just recently, the Cowboys and the Saints played. Who won that game?
Who that? But I will say, I think where it came from was at the time. I was living in Dallas. And I think it just was naturally like a progression of like, okay, I think it's too coincidental for him to play for the Saints, but I'm in Dallas. I have access to this information, so let me make him a cowboy.
We gonna let you slide with this cat. You skipped over a whole state to get to Cowboy Nation. I ain't gonna hold. I ain't okay. I ain't gonna even. I ain't gonna hold it against you.
I will say at least I didn't make him a falcon, because that's blasphemy.
That's you gotta do your. You gotta do your.
I would never.
Tell us more about Terrence in his high. Well, not high school because he went. He was from Mississippi, right?
Right.
And then he went to Southern Miss.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm sorry. He went to college at Southern Miss. But
Okay.
he is actually from Dallas.
Hey, oh, okay. Now we kind of okay. So I let him slide since he's from Dallas. I'm gonna go and let him slide a little bit, even though he still could have went out for the Saints. You ain't have to play for the home team. That made me forget what. Oh, this is what I was about to ask. When he was in school, did he have like a love interest, or are we gonna see him like a first love or anything while he's in college? Oh, you tight lipped already. You she tight lipped already, y'all. Look at her lips.
I would say there is some drama that is revealed from his past at Southern Miss
He about to.
involving a girl.
Oh Lord, he got a secret. It's gonna be a secret baby. Your face. Your face turns so red.
Well, my face is naturally red. I'm reddish hued.
You were extra red.
I match my I
I was about
match
to.
the pink right now. But
Okay.
I would if I have to answer that, I'm I'm gonna be
It's gonna be too much tea.
yeah,
It's gonna be a spoiler.
because I'm telling you, this book is 10 times more dramatic than the first one.
It's 10 times more dramatic than the first one.
I would say the first one is more spicy, like with the romance. But this one, it's a little bit spicy, but the drama off the charts.
And I live for drama. Now, is this drama gonna happen before or after or during? Can you tell us that? Or during the marriage?
Oh, it's during.
Oh, so they married already.
Hmm. Well, at the end of the last book, well, because you read it, that he
Mm-hmm.
he proposed. So
Yep.
the book Southern Scramble picks up after they're married.
I feel I want to ask: is this gonna be Reese getting her karma from all the men that she did? Why when I ask these questions, your face turned? Cool up your headphones. Oh wait, you like this bitch? That's all the good questions and shit. Gonna be the spoilers of the
No,
book.
no, it's all good because
You
you
know I'm
know
nosy.
everybody. It was like everybody hates Chris, but everybody hates Reese when first book. So I wouldn't say this book is her redemption, but I'll say that it's a lot that she gonna go through.
So it's her getting her karma. Is it?
Perhaps.
Is there? Can you tell? What kind? Give us some. Give us some trope insights. What kind of tropes can we expect?
In this one, it almost teeters the line of why choose because there is a new male love interest.
I love a good why choose now.
But
Are we gonna
I
get any
would say
MM?
it's just teetering. It's teetering on the line.
Selena, what the hell is teetering?
I
Either they
like
fucking or they not. Cause what?
the book is not a full blown like, okay, I got these two dudes. You know, like, cause why choose is usually like the two dudes know about each other. They going for the same girl, and the girl is like, okay, well, let's just all be
Be
in
together.
this. That's not what my book is.
So
It's
somebody cheating. So somebody cheating. Oh, I know how to ask some questions to get around some shit now. Cause what? Honey, okay. Let me buckle up my seatbelt right quick. Okay, so we said, are we gonna get like, so that means we're not gonna even get any like man on man action because it ain't even, you already like, I love a good MM book.
I mean, hey, who doesn't? But I felt like they wouldn't have come back from that.
They wouldn't have come
Like,
back.
nah, ain't no way.
Oh my God, I gotta know. I
Because
gotta know.
when you start bringing that extra person, you know. But I will say there is a thruple in the book. I can't say no more than that because I can't talk about it. I will say though, there is a thruple.
Is it between the main characters or side characters?
It's some side characters.
God damn it. You're not giving up shit.
Well, I mean, because, you know, I gotta let the book come out first.
And we
Now,
gotta wait all the way until November. You already know I ain't too proud, too big.
but I told you, send me your email. I will send you the art copy.
I'm about to. Soon as we finish this, I need this in my hands like yesterday. I was supposed to start another arc, The Missing Girl, that I got from Book Influencers. I don't know if you know about bookinfluencers.com, but it's a
Mm-mm.
place where, and it gave me the option to sign up as like a book influencer or an author. So I'm guessing you can go on and you can put your book, and it pushes it out to so many different people who are signed up for it, and you can
Oh.
offer like different incentives and stuff. And then how the website works is it gives you direct communication with the influencer, and you put your stipulations in there of like how you want it posted, how often you want it posted, if you want to offer like an incentive. I think the one because I got like three of them, and
Hmm.
look, now I can say I'm a paid book influencer. Um,
Hey.
the the things are like really small. Like some of them are like $15 or $20. They give you if you're and then you can be selective. So you get to go on and select, like look at all the different influencers and stuff that signed up to do it. So you can go look at their pages, look and see if they actually give reviews. I think this helps to weed out the people who you send arcs to and they don't leave reviews. That's so fucking trifling to
Mm.
me. Because if these people send you a free booking, the least you can do is leave a review or wait if you didn't like it so that they can still have a review, but it doesn't interfere. So I think this kind of cuts all of that red tape and stuff out to kind of. And then if the influencer doesn't do your requirements, I'm thinking that they go on a list, so at least you would know. So yeah,
Okay. That sounds awesome, actually. I'm gonna look into that.
bookinfluencers.com. So if I get my hands on that, I'm gonna put I hate to say that, but I'm gonna push this one to the side for just a second, cause you know I eat a book up in a day. I had did a guy that I'm gonna get ready to interview. It was crazy. Before I came on, he must have seen my Instagram post, and he messaged and said, "Hey, you do realize you posted like book two?" And I was like, "I know, I already read book one." I bet he looking like, yeah, when it's good or it's messy or drama, I eat it up. Like, you,
I am the mess. I am the drama.
so that's why I need my hands on this scramble. Soon as we hop off of here, I'm sending my email over.
And this one this one is only about half as long. The Southern Sizzle I had a lot to talk about. But Southern Scramble it was more focused, so it's not as long. It's not a Bible.
It's not. Hold that thought. We will be right back, y'all, after this commercial break. And then when we get back, we're going to dive into what you'll just see when we get back from commercial. Stay tuned.
If you or a loved one have been the victim of medical negligence or a drug injury, we can help. Do what thousands of satisfied clients have done. Call Jeff Guerrero, the injury attorney, and go Guerrero.
All right, you guys, we are back from commercial break. I'm going to go ahead and dive right on in because I want to get back to this throuple. Listen, I ain't going to say, why are you looking like that already? I'm gonna stay in between the lines. Okay, I ain't gonna stay in between the lines. I ain't even finna lie. So this throuple, is there gonna be like some BDSM? Is there gonna be like some primal play? Some yes sir, good girl.
I I must say I'm going to say, okay, the thruple is not for the spice. The thruple is for the drama.
Okay.
So, not so much with the spicy stuff, but when you find out who the thruple is, you are going to wish that you didn't know.
Oh my god. Now that you say that, why am I picturing the mama, the daddy, and the girlfriend? Why your face do that? Oh my god. I can't like you know what? We don't. He old. Okay, old. We old. Give me old representation. That might. I'm jumping. My mind is jumping to conclusions. It may not even be that. So like I said, my mind is jumping to conclusions. It may not even be. But why you looking like this, Selena?
I'm listening.
Jesus. That made me forget my goddamn next question. You had to go. You had to say the side characters with the situation. I'm thinking that we finna get like some nasty kinky. I ain't gonna lie, my mind be in the gutter, and I be getting ideas from these books.
I mean, I don't. I would love to write more spice than I
Hmm.
do, but it's something in the back of my head that's like, my mama gonna read this.
Your mama be reading your stuff.
Yes, she do. She already read Southern Scramble, and her exact words: "Reese is a stone hoe."
See, just from that, I feel like you should have brought Mama in on this interview, but I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna. Cause Mama, I want you
Next
to
time,
elaborate.
next
Yes,
time.
cause
But
Mama,
you gotta read it first.
but your mom said that Reese is a stone hoe.
Hmm.
She said hoe, not whore.
Yeah, hoe. Garden tool.
Mama is my type of lady, because you know there's a different type of person that says hoe and who says whore. Them be different type of, them be two different type of people. The whore people be so proper, and those are the pearl clutchers, and you know.
Oh nah. Like my mom, like I know that if I were to be as spicy as I want to be, my mama might clutch a pearl. Like she'd be like, "Oh, Selena." But see, I kind of hold back. I don't quite take it there. Now maybe I might in the future, but I just tell mom you can't read this one.
Cause your writing is so phenomenal. I feel like we need, like, I want you to tap into it so bad.
I mean I want to, but it's just it's something in my self-conscious that's like my family is the type that if you do something
Hmm.
like put out a book, they gonna read it whether you ask them to or not.
And you don't write under a pen name, or maybe you might have to dip
I
into.
could do a pen name. That's an idea.
So our nasty books have the pen name, but we don't tell the family. And then our wholesome books that the family can read be under Selena Brooks, because we need the nasty books, Selena. We need the smut.
Yeah.
I could just imagine what you would write if they didn't know. And then I was gonna ask you about, were there any reservations about writing? Like, what were the fears? I was gonna say, let's break that shit down so we can get this book. Look at me like I'm Dr. Lex, like Dr. Phil.
You are giving me a therapy session right now.
So, look, do we need to brainstorm pen names? Cause, honey, I can get you a little. We can start brainstorming.
I might have to I'm gonna have to think of something.
Now I understand why people write under pen names. You think they would say something? Are they like really religious? Or,
It's not that. I know that if something makes them uncomfortable, that they're gonna tell me.
mm, so it would be like it reflects what you do, kind of reflects on them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Ciao. That's why we need a pen name.
Yeah.
So y'all won't know. Oh, what if they? I can't. We can't. See, we can't be giving away too much, because then you go. I could just picture you
I
now
gotta
saying, "I was."
keep it
If
under
they go,
wraps.
yes. If they go, we can't. We can't even tell people your pen name. How the hell I'm gonna interview you under the book? We're gonna have to talk in circles, like we just coming to
I'll
review
wear
a
a
book.
mask. The mask author.
No, mama. You know what? I have some authors that write under a pen name. I'm gonna have to ask them now. Like, do you guys want to write? I mean, do you guys want to do like a disguise? Or you know what? I actually had an author, and she just had a picture up on her instead of video, it was a picture, and she didn't show herself because she writes under a pen name. So maybe I'll have to offer like a but I missed the face-to-face interaction, and I wanted
Mm.
to see some of her, like, because I ain't gonna lie, I be asking some off the wall stuff, and I wanted to see her facial, like you be turning red. And like, I know her, and I know she probably was red as a pepper on some of the
Ooh.
stuff that I asked her. And I was like, now you can tell me if she writes like dirty stuff too, which is another reason why she goes under the name that she goes under. But
Mm.
I feel like I need to redo it where I can at least see her eyes, and I could be.
She could wear a ski mask.
That's a TikTok thing. Have you seen those TikToks? The mask TikTok. It's called. I think it's called mask TikTok. They be in my feed sometime.
Oh, well, hey, there you go.
I'm gonna
You
have to.
know.
I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Well, I know a lot of times people will just use a pen name because they just don't want or they don't like their name. But I like my name. So I was told many years ago my name sound like a porn star name, and I was like, thank you.
Wait a minute. Who the hell told you that? Cause what?
One of my coworkers, he said that it sound like either a stripper name or a porn star name.
Now I don't watch porn, but now I gotta go look up some of the names of the people because what? And I would have asked, how you know? Look, where you work at, Selena? Because I would have had to ask, it was a woman or a man?
Oh, it was a man, of course.
Of course, I was just gonna say, of fucking course. Because, how you know? Well, I know how you know. How my name sound like a porn star? How?
I guess because it's not just this the everyday run of the mill name. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. Anytime I hear the name Selena, I always want to say Selena. It's like on the
Hmm.
anything for Selena's, like porn star, like the fact that that was the first thing that, like, that's what you think of, sir. Maybe that was a hint, Selena. Like he was trying to.
I have no idea.
People come on to you different ways these days. Are you married?
No, I'm not. I'm single.
He may have been shooting his shot.
Nah, he was gay.
I mean, he's exempt.
He's exempt.
He exists. And before y'all start, if y'all see this, I'm gay too. So do not try, because you know people will try and comfort you over the smallest little shit. I am gay too. I have a
No,
wife.
he was the sweetest person, but
He had
it
no
it it
filter.
just it just wasn't us. His dad wanted me to be his girlfriend so bad, but his dad did not know at the time.
He was in the closet.
Yeah. So, yeah. But he's happy now. He's out and proud.
I know that's right. Ain't no other way to be,
Hmm.
baby. So last time we were on, we got cut short. But I wanted to, since we were talking about Spice, have you watched Mia Copa?
Yes.
Why you say it like that?
Because I didn't want to.
Who made you? Who made you watch? I have been hearing all the hype and stuff about it, and like I said, I be wanting. One thing about me is I can't really like to watch it. Sometimes be so cringe to me, but I can read it all day. But watching it is just like,
Well,
mm-mm.
my thing with it is I feel like I like Tyler Perry, but I feel like he stretches himself too thin, trying to do too much. And I feel like his work suffers a lot because of that. And so I tend to stay away from his work just because I already know until he change up his routine, it's gonna be the same thing over and over.
When I watched Mia, I said that I said it could have been so much more than it was. And I
He
think I
has
had
great
made a post.
ideas.
And I think maybe you were one of the ones, Kira Casey, you, Nina High, a few other authors. And I was like, I felt like even Octavia Grant and Kaylin Hunt, I think if he pulled even some of these indie authors and writers and stuff, if he would have input, because all of those people are like different ranges from like thriller to dark romance to urban fiction to even just black romance and stuff. Like he could have took all of those different people, and Mia could have been so much because there was parts up in there that should have been elaborated on. There are
Hmm.
parts that should not have been up in there. The
Hmm.
scenes, what really made me watch it was The scenes that everybody was saying was like, oh my God, oh, it was so spicy. It was like, and then what really made me go watch it is because I started seeing people saying, oh, the book girlies are gonna love this. The book girlies are gonna love the dark romance aspect and stuff to it. So I ran to it and I was like,
I, I wouldn't have classified that as dark romance because I don't feel like he was in control of her. She was just kind of dumb.
she really was. And he didn't even have like a. When I think of dark romance and stuff, I think of like a anti-hero. Cause sometimes, a lot of times, dark romance and stuff get misclassified, and some of
Mhm.
the stuff that people be saying is dark romance be horror. And when I say horror, I don't even mean like scary horror. I mean the situations and stuff that be put up in there, like a lot of the grape scenes,
Mm.
a lot of the
Mhm.
grooming. That's not dark romance to me. That is like put that in another classification. Now, even if well,
Yeah.
if it's off page, and it's intertwined a little bit, then that's different. But if the majority of the book is that, that's not dark romance.
Yeah. If there's no consent, that's something else.
And I just felt like he was there, like he wasn't an anti-hero. He wasn't coming in to do something that we know that was wrong, but is right in a sense because we understand what he was trying to do, what he was trying to save her, what he was like. There was none of that. Like there was
Mhm.
none of that aspect up in there. So I was like, where is the dark romance part? And then I was like, where is the spice that y'all was talking about? It was spicing. And they
It
was talking
was
about them
cringy.
rolling around in goddamn paint. Y'all wasn't even. I can say what the hell I want to
And
say. Shoot, wait a minute.
when that other lady was there, though, what was that?
Wait, which one?
Remember when he had that other lady there and she
When
was
she
like,
walked in,
I don't know what that was.
foolishness. And then it was just like you. It wasn't any connection up to why, like, this is why she was here. This happened. It was just like a quick scene,
Hmm. It was like shock value, but shock value only work when you explain it.
and it was not explained. And even the nightclub. Did you remember when they showed when they went down to the different rooms and it looked like a sex dungeon?
Yeah. Hmm.
And they just walked through like they didn't even that they should have elaborated on a little bit more because we see
Hmm.
that in the books and stuff with the different levels and the different phases. Like there's the voyeur room, and then there's a
Hmm.
room where you can participate, and then there's a room if you want to take it a little bit extra, or like I feel like he should have expect but had he brought people in, or who write or delve in that kind of little thing, I think it could have been like so much better than it was. And then if it was a series instead of a movie, or if the movie was a little bit longer,
Hmm.
I think it definitely would have like been out of the park. But
Yeah. And he has really good concepts. Like even the movie, was it Divorce in Black? Was like the last one, I think. The concepts are great, but the execution is not. And just for example, like I don't want to give away no spoilers, but in Mia Culpa, they made such a huge deal about this lady's blood being on his floor, but she's still alive.
and she was, and this is gonna be some spoilers. Not only was she alive, but Mia, you saw her in a whole nother country, and then it was like after that we heard nothing else on it. Like she
Yeah,
was
it
found, no explanation
nothing,
of how she.
nothing, nothing. And see, that's the things that a writer that's really into the craft will catch and be like, this does not make sense. We need to make this make sense.
Like it's missing the
Because,
plot.
because I'm like, if you done spilled gallons of your blood on somebody's floor, you are not alive wherever you are.
And how did you you get out? Like, it wasn't no explain. Normally in the books, if something like this happens, it's like they explain like how they took blood like over time off of like Girl Gone, where they took blood, where she had been pumping her blood and stuff like over time and stuff,
Yeah,
and made it
yeah.
seem like get that to us, show us that process of like where the blood was drawn. And for it to be that much blood that there's
Right.
no body, but it's enough blood for the person not to be alive because they lost so much. Show us that process of how, or was the blood tainted and it wasn't all of her
Hmm.
blood? Like,
And Tyler Perry has this thing with a murder without a body. And I'm like, do you know how often that does not happen? Because you cannot, I mean, I can't say you cannot, but it is nearly impossible to prosecute somebody for murder without a body. Cause how you know the person dead?
and I almost wanted it to be like a double jeopardy type situation where even if she was alive and he was tried for it and stuff, and by some miracle he got off and got out on probation, and then he felt like she popped up again and he did
Hmm.
murder her, but he couldn't come up. They couldn't come up with it because you can't be tried for the same thing twice. Like,
Right.
I was like, it was so much that I wanted to see that just.
Yeah. And that's why I mean research is important, like, because when you're an author, that doesn't mean that you need to know everything. You have to reach out to resources like a lawyer, perhaps, or a judge that would actually know the law and could explain it to you in a way that made sense for whatever story it is you're trying to write.
But you know what I'm wondering? Like, I'm pretty sure he has a lot of resources and stuff. But who else hands did this go through, or who else screened this? I wonder, do they have like beta? Like, do they have teams that go in and watch, or even read like his manuscripts and be like, okay, so we can do expand on this a little bit more. This plot is missing a little bit, or like I wonder, are there teams?
There ain't no way. It ain't no way he got a team. There's
Cause
no
he
way.
he too big.
There's
I'm
no
just.
way you had a team and that is the product that came out.
You
There's
don't
no
think
way.
so? Well,
He got the team of me, Tyler Perry. There's no way that that went through multiple hands unless they're afraid to challenge him. Maybe
you think they're
that could
afraid?
be.
See, you have to come around from Me Too and Yes People. Like, if that's why I say, I always, if I fuck up and I do something wrong, like, tell me. Don't sugarcoat nothing. That's why I be feeling like when I arc and beta read for people,
Hmm.
and I be sending back feedback. Some of the people that I arc and beta read for, I never heard anything back, and I felt like, and I'm just like, well, I guess that was a bit much for him, but I didn't want to lie, and I only want you to give your best, and I'm giving it to you from like a reader's point of view, and like, this is missing, or what was the purpose of this, because this wasn't mentioned anywhere else, like in the book. Like, so what was the purpose of this? Or you just gave this scene and you rushed it,
Hmm.
and like, or like, but honey.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you, like, I'm human. When somebody say my book sucked and they tell me why, my feelings get hurt.
But I do it. Oh
but,
my god.
but, and I'm just, I'm taking it to the extreme.
Yeah.
But if somebody tells you something constructive
Mm-hmm.
and not judgmental or negative, then take it and learn from it. Yeah, your feelings gonna be hurt. You might be embarrassed. You might be mad. Take a day, take a breath, and then move on
And get
and
to the root of
learn.
it.
Right. Cause I'm not gonna lie. If you was to read my book and be like, Selena, this is trash.
Now,
I would be like,
I would
oh.
never say, I would never tell anybody.
But then I'm gonna come back like, okay, well, what made it trash and how I need to fix it?
You know what? I would never say because anything. That's why I never give anything like. People be like, "Well, what's your rating system or anything like that?" If it's a good book, it's a good book, and even if it's missing a few things, it's a good book, but it was missing a few things. I never just call anybody's work just trash, or I'd be like, it wasn't really entertaining, or it wasn't really like something that I would read like all the time, or I would. Or
Hmm.
if it's a series, it's not something that. But I wouldn't call it straight trash because it came from your mind, your thoughts, it came from something, within you. So I would never, call anything trash. But I will say, like, okay, I didn't understand this part or this happened and we needed more of it, just break down. But I would want somebody, like if somebody saw my podcast or they came or they looked at any of my episodes and they'd be like, girl, this shit a hot mess. Like this is what you need to do. And this is like I've learned, but it took me a minute because I ain't get this way, but I've learned to take constructive criticism and
Hmm.
know that it's meant to better me. And I can tell when it's constructive criticism and somebody talking shit.
Oh
So
yeah.
I can like I've learned to differentiate between the two. Like I say, I have a spa business and I have like business coaches and stuff. So I can tell the difference of when somebody is coming from a good place and they want to see you grow. And that's how I am when I tell or give my honest reviews and opinion on things and stuff. And especially when the writing, when the authors that I'm reading and stuff, the right first of all, I'm only gonna X the arc and beta for you if it looks like it's a book that I'm gonna enjoy or if I've read some of your other work. So I kind of know what you're capable of. So,
Hmm.
or I've read the synopsis, or you giving me the synopsis of what it's about, and it sounds interesting enough for me to, because it's some things I'm just like, I don't think that'll be my cup of tea, but I'll pass it along, and I pass it to people who maybe like this genre. But
Right.
I would never just like tear some, but like I say, I only give my honest opinions and stuff because I know that you can do this shit, and I know like from the other stuff that I've read, or even from reading some of the book, like you need to go back to this part.
Hmm.
But hey,
Yeah.
everybody don't look at it that way. I get it.
Yeah. That's why I say, I had to give Tyler Perry credit. He has a very creative mind. He just needs to humble himself and let people help him make his vision come true.
Or like you say, people maybe are helping, but they just like yes people and maybe scared to get on his bad side or maybe scared to give their honest opinion and you know
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know, but I hope 2025 is where he brings more fresh stuff. But like, I'm gonna support you anyway, cause you're a black man. You black and you doing it.
Right.
But
And he gives opportunities to people that wouldn't necessarily get one. So that
absolutely
that's awesome. But if you having them in this movie that is going to get destroyed by critics, it's not going to help their career. You're not giving them a fair chance to show what they can do.
right. It's like on one hand we like what he's doing and we can see the direction that he's going in and stuff, but then
Hmm.
I just want him to pull some of these black indie like to just go on black TikTok. Just put in not even just black TikTok, just put in indie authors and pull some of these indie authors or some of these authors and get them in on it. All right, make
Hmm.
books out of some of these, make movies and shows out of some of these books and stuff that are out here and start going
Right.
that route. I would like to
Right.
see him make a book of some of the books that I've make a movie of some of the books that I've read.
I mean, he already did. He did. They did a great job with Push. When they put Precious out.
With Gabrielle Sidibe? With
Yeah.
Gabrielle, I didn't know that he direct. I didn't know that was his.
I'm not sure if he was the director or he was a producer, but I know he was
He was
involved.
involved. I did not
Yeah.
know that.
And I mean, that was a great movie.
It was.
Oscar winning movie. So he
Has
got, he
any of
got
his
the,
other movies or shows got any Oscars? I need to go.
Mm, I'm not sure.
Chill. And I would like to see him more. What is it? What's the is it the Oscar Awards?
Yeah,
I don't think
or Academy Awards maybe.
I'm not seeing.
Because I know he, Oprah, and Lee Daniels were involved in that.
And that's a powerhouse combo in itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I would like to who Deliverance. Is that Lee Daniels on this Deliverance movie?
Yeah, yeah.
I would like to see him and Lee Daniels work a little bit more together.
That's an idea. But I think they would probably butt heads because they both wear the same hats.
You think so?
You know, it's like he's a director producer, he's a director producer. I think they probably have
They
their own way of doing things.
probably so. It probably would take a lot of compromising.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know,
Goodness.
when you take a book and turn it into a movie, I think it's a lot easier to find a vision because you already have it. You already have the book. Like when you just coming up with a concept straight from your head and putting it into a movie, I think
Hmm.
that to me that seems a lot harder.
And you know, sometimes they who I hate when I get watch the movie and it's nothing like the damn book.
See, that's because the writer probably didn't have enough say so. Or the writer was just like, y'all do whatever you want.
I need these writers. Matter of fact, I hope I don't know if you read the list by Yomi Adegoke or Yom. I know it's Yomi. I may be pronouncing the last name wrong, but I
Hmm.
know that the book got picked up to be a TV show. I really hope that they have some say because I would hate to see it changed up so much and the things that we
Hmm.
actually love about it. And it's not a movie. It's supposed to be a series on HBO.
Mm.
I want to say I read. It's
Hmm.
supposed to be a series on HBO, so I hope they have a lot of say in the writing part of it because I would hate for
Right.
them to lose that aspect of the book that
Yeah.
we all love. So
Well, you know, I don't really know how the whole Hollywood thing works with books and rights and all that, but it seems like a lot of the times somebody with the money and the power is like, okay, I'm gonna commission this book, which to me means you gonna take it, you gonna own it, and you gonna do what you want with it. And so it really to me is no wonder that a lot of the times you go and you see a movie based on a book and it's nothing like the book.
goodness, I just feel like you wrote this as your baby, and you probably at some point saw a vision for it. And I don't I look. I
I
would
mean,
have
you know,
to.
it's kind of like the Matrix. You know, there was a black woman that wrote the Matrix, but you would never even know that because they never acknowledge her in anything.
I did not know that at all. I didn't even know The Matrix was a book.
She had to sue them. And that's why I say, you know, it's like they'll come to you and they offer you this money, and maybe you're not making that much from your book. Maybe it's not popular, but this one director read your book, like your book, and decide they're gonna make it into a movie. All of a sudden, it done turned into a blockbuster, and they done paid you $100,000, and they done made 100 million off your story.
Since we're on movies and talking about book deals going into movies, into shows. We're gonna go to commercial right quick, and when we come back, it's one in particular that I want to ask you about, and y'all just stay tuned after this commercial break. You already know who I'm about to say, huh? It's been all over book talk. Her book is getting picked up into like a movie. Netflix has picked it up,
Oh,
and
not Colleen Hoover.
no, not her.
Oh, okay.
Tilly Cole.
Oh.
Have you been seeing that?
Mm-mm. But
Oh,
you know, like most of my stuff on mine is like BIPOC stuff.
mm-hmm.
So I see some like the big names like Colleen Hoover, but like I haven't seen hers.
It sparked so much controversy. I'm finna bring us back from commercial break. Hold on. Thank you guys for staying tuned. We're gonna go ahead and jump back in it. I don't know if you have heard, Miss Selena, but it was a big thing all over Book Talk about this one author who wrote a book, and the book is now. I always say, don't judge a book that you have not read, and don't give it backlash and stuff because you haven't read it. But I say this big but. I just don't see how you can romanticize being in a certain hate group, and the male character is in this certain hate group. He's like the heir to this, to the throne, and the female character is in the Mexican cartel, like the family is in the Mexican cartel. So I can't. Have you seen it on Book Talk? Book Talk blew it up. She got a
Is there a
Netflix.
name for it? The book?
Oh my God. Let's go on and pull it. Net, when I tell you Book Talk, this is all I have been seeing for I don't know how long. Oh my goodness.
That sound like this person finna be in some hot water.
And I have a few of her I have a few of her books on my TBR, but when I seen it, I was just like, I don't know if I want to support her. And then I was like, well, remember you said that, and see, as I'm pulling it up and stuff, is it Darkness Embrace? I was like, what in the world? All I kept seeing was, that's why I was like, books that have become like movie deals and stuff.
Now, I had a question. This hate group, does it start with a K?
It does, and end in two more. I can't. I don't even want to. I don't even want to give any more. I'm just talking about like books. I hope that this is one of the books that gets changed up a little bit. I just don't see romanticizing.
So he's the love interest.
You can only imagine with it being a hate group and going against,
So
and
is this
then
like a Romeo Juliet type thing? Is that what this supposed to be?
that's what it sounds like. But she got her a movie or a show. I don't know. It's gonna be either a movie or a show on Netflix. And I'm just like, I hope this is one of those that is changed up a lot. But when I tell
Hmm.
you, I just can't wrap my, like I said, I always say I'm not gonna judge anything because I haven't read it. But it's just
Well, I have never, well, I would probably never watch that anyway, but I've never heard of a character coming from a, I don't know if I could say this word, but it starts with an R, A. Am I allowed to say that?
we can say whatever the hell we want. This is my
Okay.
shit.
I've never heard of a character coming from a racist background and being proclaimed as like anything positive. Like you see movies with racism in it, but the
Mm-hmm.
racism is always portrayed as negative. Like for example, like what's that movie? American shoot, I can't even think of it. But the guy in it was bald head.
Okay, I get
Yeah.
it. Mm-hmm.
And they portrayed him as like a psycho. Like it wasn't positive at all. He
Like
didn't
he
have
wasn't in
no
no love romantic
no.
relationship.
There was no redeeming qualities about him. So I'm like, is he gonna be the in this particular book, like that's being made into a movie? Is he gonna denounce where he come from, or he just gonna
I'm
be
I'm
in
hoping
it
it's
and
gonna go.
proud?
I'm hoping that if she's gonna put this out, that it's gonna show him cutting ties and separating from that, and also something positive of maybe him realizing that this is wrong and his family is wrong and the values that he grew up on. Because if you are the heir, you've been hearing this your whole life, and how are we romanticizing this person with these values that's been beat down into, I don't know, but she got her a deal. So like
It must be some type of twist to it, to where, like you say, he's gonna cut ties, or he's gonna denounce them and part ways, because I'm like, there's no possible way you have any romance when your love interest is racist and you're one of the people he is racist against.
like, and
That
people can
don't make
try and say, and I've
sense.
seen the comments like, oh, but y'all don't say anything about the two mafia families. They are mafia. They
They
are
both
not hate.
mafia.
They are not hate groups. They're not hate groups at all.
They
But
about money. I mean, at the end of I could see, okay, if you want to say a criminal organization, but at the end of the day, they are about crime. They are not about harming other people purely based on who that other person is. They just want money, usually. Who doesn't?
But yeah, that's one of the things that I wanted to, when we were talking about the deals, like how did you sit down and pitch this to a room full of people and they okayed it and was like, oh, I think this would make a great movie. I wonder what that conversation was like.
Yeah. This kind of sounds like, I don't remember the name of this movie. I know I want to say it was like Bleeding Hearts or Binding Hearts or something like that. I don't know if it was based on a book, but it was a romance. Girl was Hispanic, the guy was white. He was ex-military and had PTSD, and she was a singer and had diabetes that she couldn't afford the medication. And it was like he was borderline racist. Like some of the things that he said, I'm like, you know, this is it's not for her to have to change him into the man she wants him to be. Like him saying things like that and her being disgusted should have been the end of the relationship.
Right. Now I'm gonna have to go find this movie so I can see what
You know what? I'm gonna Google it while we talking.
I was gonna say. Send it to me.
I want to say it's something hearts, but I'm gonna find it.
I just don't think I would. I just be wanting to be a
Purple.
flat purple
Got it.
hearts.
Purple hearts.
Purple
Hmm.
hearts. I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
I've never heard of it. I'm gonna have to go and watch it,
it's a Netflix movie.
and I'll give you an update on it. But I thank you for spending some time and dishing. You know what? I think we may have crossed some lines today. Maybe just a. I think we started out tame, and then it just started going like shit. Just kind of got
Yeah,
away. But hey,
it's all good.
it is. And I'm glad that we got a platform where we can talk about it, where we can talk about it unfiltered and not have to worry about repercussions or being on somebody else's shit where it's filtered. Or, like, I think we were respectful about it. We didn't
Hmm.
bash her. I was just wondering, like I said, I would want to be a fly on the wall in some of these rooms, of some of the deals and discussions that were made. But like I said, I'm just glad that we have a platform that we don't have to be censored on.
Hmm. That's all good. I love it.
So next time we're gonna have Mama.
You gotta read it first though.
The fact that Mama called her a hoe, I ain't gonna never leave it. I ain't gonna live that down. Mama called her a hoe. I can't wait to go and die. When I tell you, as soon as I get off of here, I'm about to send you my email so I can go ahead and get this art. I will keep y'all updated. And I want to say thank you so much. Again, let us know how we can follow you and stay tuned for what's to come.
Okay, so I am on Facebook under Selena Brooks. I am on Instagram under Selena underscore B underscore the underscore author. And I am on TikTok as Selena B the author.
Thank you so much, Miss Selena. Until next time, you guys, we are out.